Hey everybody, just thought it's a great day, so I would try this helmet cam thing out again, see if I can't get it right. This time I actually have a topic though. It's been about 2 months since I've been riding my bike on and off because of the weather, but I've learned a lot in that short time, and I'd kind of like to share that to some of the people who are new to riding or thinking about getting a bike. Here's my bike. It's a 2004 Katana. Modifications, Yosh pipe. I've got a Corbin seat, which is a lot bigger for us bigger people. It fits quite well. God, there's a lot of bugs out here. It fits me quite well. I tried to do my own pinstriping on the wheel with vinyl. Didn't go too well. Gold windshield, just to match my helmet. My visor's gold, and the bike's yellow, so color-wise, it fit pretty well. Sit on a bike before you buy it. Make sure it fits everything. If you can, take it for a test drive. Unless you're extremely new, I wouldn't recommend it. But, make sure at least it sits right and you would be able to sit on that bike for a long period of time. Once you finally get your bike and you get your license and you go through the safety course, which I was unavailable to do because it's on the weekends and I work the weekends, and all the classes were filled up anyway, so I took the test, passed, and I'm going to go do the safety course next year. Starting the bike. Most important thing. Make sure the kill switch is off. Turn your bike on. Put a little bit of choke on. Start the bike. Now ready to go. It's not like a car. You can't just take off. Let it sit for 2 minutes. My thing is, I will get in the garage, open the garage door, start the bike, and then start putting my gear on. So that gives the bike ample time to warm up. And then I start pulling up, sit on the bike, get out, pull it out. And by the time I've got the bike turned around, because I go into the garage forward, by the time I get the bike turned around, it should be pretty much warmed up. Don't warm the bike up in with the choke on. As soon as it can run without the choke, turn the choke off. Because what you're doing is you're feeding extra gas and air into the carburetor, and you don't want that. That's just to start the bike. Make sure your gas thing is on and not prime or reserve or anything like that. Which makes me wonder, got a half tank. Okay, that's good enough. Once your bike's warmed up, it should be able to jump the throttle as soon as you give it throttle. There's no delays. If there's a delay, that means the bike is not running at optimum temperature. Once you get that, and you're ready to start riding, hold the clutch in, gear shift down to first, because it's down 1, 5, or 6 up, depending on your bike. One thing that when I started riding, the biggest problem that I had was the throttle. When I was in first gear, I was always afraid to give it more than 2,000 RPMs to start moving. But that's the thing, it's not like a car. If it sounds loud because you're giving it too much throttle, it's really not going to hurt anything because your clutch isn't going to engage. If you get too little, it's going to die. I had my bike die on me almost every single time I started moving, and that was just because basically I was afraid of the throttle. You got to know exactly where your clutch engages, because that's going to help a lot. And basically, if you can see mine, my clutch engages right about there, and I give it throttle and then I let out the clutch slowly. Basically, that's what that's going to do is that's going to tell your bike that you're not going to worry about it dying because you've got enough throttle, but you don't got enough clutch. Use your clutch more than you use your throttle. Shifting gears is really simple. At least I found it extremely simple. It's as simple as let off the throttle, push in the clutch, push up as hard as you can on the shifter, because if you half shift, sometimes you'll end up in neutral, which still happens to me, by the way. Once you get used to shifting everything, you should be good with that. Riding in a line's just as simple as maneuvering your body weight. You lean left, you lean right, you push on the bars the opposite way you want to go. Like if you want to turn left, you push and it goes. See? I'm just pushing right now and it's bending the entire bike. Of course, even if you bend the bike, if you lean the opposite way, it's not going to go anywhere. So you got to lean with the turns and push the bike at the same time. Basically, your hands are to turn the bike to get it too lean, and your body is to make the turns, at least in my opinion, and that's how I've been learning how to ride. I'm sure there's, more professional ways to say it, but that's how it feels natural to me. When I first started riding the bike, I would shift in about 4,000 RPMs at all times. 4,000 is your average, shifting. The bike doesn't redline until 11,000 RPMs, but unless you're trying to get extreme power, which all your power is up at the high end, good gas mileage, shift at 4 to 5. Keep your bike at about 4 and you get good gas mileage. When you're first learning how to ride the bike, use the same pattern. Take the same road every time. I chose this road right here. Well, not this one. This was my biggest obstacle right here. Oh god, they just patched our roads. The biggest obstacle was what I thought was the scariest thing at the moment was this road right here, which, if you can see, basically it's kind of busy at all times. Well, this isn't busy, but because it's the middle of the day and there's no one here, and I would take forever to get through, and all I'd be doing is going across the road to a country road. I was afraid that I would die in the middle of the road and I wouldn't know what to do. I'm stopped on a hill, by the way. I guess this is a good chance to explain the hill thing to you. If you're on a hill and you have to go forward, shift into first. Shift your bike into first. Hold the clutch down and put your left foot down and hold your rear brake with your right foot. That'll keep you from going backwards, and until you start giving yourself enough clutch and throttle to move forward, you're fine. So there's no stuttering, there's no falling backwards, and you should be able to take off and then let your foot off the brake.